My clients who just graduated coaching in her 70s has struggled with weight and food for the vast majority of her life. And when she came to me, was super frustrated. Megan, I know all about calorie deficits, but nothing is working. So when we started working together, she had a lot of blind spots. And I talk about this all the time. A lot of people think that what they're doing is correct, but a lot of things aren't correct because they just have a misunderstanding of like what they actually need to be doing to lose weight and to keep it off and yada, yada. And so we started working through her blind spots, the gaps that she had. And she was very reluctant to a lot of things. And one example was eating more protein. She was really struggling with cravings and hunger. And I'm like, yeah, your protein's way too low. And she had this kind of old school mentality of like, well, eating protein is terrible for you. And she didn't really believe me until her doctor was like, yes, I absolutely agree with eating more protein and fiber. And then she started doing it and she was like, wow, this really makes a difference. She had several blind spots, just like the protein, things she had the wrong understanding of or things she was just totally missing that she didn't realize was important for fat loss. And so we had to do a lot of coaching on those things. And honestly, she was very resistant to doing the things that I was saying. She didn't really believe that they would make a difference. And, she really kind of had this belief that she was too old and it was her metabolism. And I was like, oh, no. We just need to put these things into practice. So I had to do a lot of coaching with her on that. There were some weeks, some months where she was just kind of sabotaging because she had this ugly belief that this is not possible for her. And she also had a bad expectation too about how quickly things should change. She would say things like, it's been 3 months and I haven't seen any change. And really the only change she had been working on was her protein. She wasn't even in a calorie deficit. So I had to do a lot of coaching with her to be like, no, let's reset this mindset because we shouldn't be expecting fat loss just because we're eating more protein. Explain to her that sometimes in the beginning of a fat loss phase, it can take 2, 3, 4 months for some people for their actions to compound enough to start seeing results and seeing your measurements go down. And measurements going down means you're losing body fat. And I said, it just depends on your body composition starting out, how much weight you have to lose. Like if you're in that less than 25 pound category, it's just going to take longer for your body to start showing you results. It's just how it goes. And plus bodies are weird. Our bodies just kind of are on their own timeline sometimes. So you have to do things consistently, not perfectly, for a long time sometimes in the beginning to start seeing the fruit of your labor, so to speak. And so she did that. And she came to our coaching call this week and she could not believe that her measurements had all gone down an inch everywhere. She was totally blown away. She really didn't believe that this was possible for her.